Okay guys, welcome back on board again. Puka here, and here is the second part of the video. As we reviewed the hybrid firebrand, now we're gonna be taking a look into the Dragon Hunter, the secondary damage sustain build that gonna be running throughout the guild. I'm pretty much gonna be explaining as previously how the traits and gear is working. I'm not gonna be going in depth over the skills because they pretty much say what they do, just you should use them in time and have the feeling and will to adapt in order to use them properly. Now let's go over the equipment. The equipment works in the following way. You go for top piece and leggings for the Wanderer. The reason why you want to do that is slightly maximize your concentration and at the same time keep high power, vitality and support toughness status. Then you combine them with Crusader. You want to go for the Crusader because you want to maximize your ferocity along with your healing power, because you're pretty much gonna be running along with the main party, so you should be quite tough. Do not pay attention to your toughness, this doesn't matter because of your food. About food, you're gonna be running a Magnimus Sharpening Stone combined with a bowl of muscle soup, damage reduction, bonus vitality, very well for a frontliner. About the weapons, you go for the Marauder two-handed sword, and you combine it not with the Sigil of Corruption, but with the Sigil of Cruelty. I do have a Sigil of Corruption because I currently did not have any Sigils of Cruelty crafted for this build, and I mainly use my two-handed sword for my Firebrand build. I run Dragon Hunter only when it is necessary, and this is very rare. Then you pretty much stick with the Sigil of Force, maximize damage permanently. About the stuff, you want to go for the cleric over the minstrel because you already have enough bone duration. You just want to be maximizing your healing power slightly more and your damage over your defense. Then let's have a look over the trinkets. About the trinkets, you go Amulet, Couple Rings, entirely Berserker. You go for the Valkyrie, maximization of ferocity and vitality, and then you go for a couple of magic trinkets to maximize your healing. This is pretty much how the armors, trinkets, weapons gonna be working. I said the food, bowl of miso soup, combined with the sharpening Magnimus stone for damage reduction, and a vitality. Okay, let's have a look over the traits and builds. First one pretty much explains it. You gain access to the traps, virtues, and how they work. Then the second trait, as you block an attack, your first Spear Justice is gonna be reaching maximum capacity, gonna be putting out more damage. In literally each time you block, your F1 becomes way more efficient. Then you have Pure of Sight, deal bonus damage based on your distance to the enemy, which means if you go to close range, you permanently gonna have a 7% damage, and as you reach greater distance than a 600, you maximize the damage with your staff. So your staff first, second and third abilities have 13% improved damage because your staff has already range of 1200. The more range the better. Close range, again, you're gonna be having like these 7 plus these 5, 12% damage combined with the Sigil of Force. So you almost permanently have between 12%, 13% only from your Firebrand damage. Now let's go slightly over the majority traits. You would say it would be better going for Piercing Line because you have Test of Fate, right? I absolutely not gonna agree here. What you wanna do here, go for a Soaring Devastation. What this gonna do? Gonna improve your speed by 25 each time your wings of resolve are not on cooldown. So I now have 25% increased speed, which is gonna be very useful in combat. Also, additionally to that, my wings deal damage as I leap with them. So as I leap, my wings now deal damage as I land. And additional to that, I do also immobile foes as I land. So literally your wings of resolve become very, very, very improved. So this is how the firebrand working. Uh, then you go for the bulwark. You want to say bulwark? What the hell? Why am I not just going for shards of fate for better edges, stun breaks and stuff, or either going for the increased damage over crippled foes, right? Well, I wouldn't go for the crippled foes because you're not gonna need that much of a damage. You already have insane amount of damage for different trades, so it is better to increase the duration of your Shield of Courage and the radius that the Shield of Courage gonna affect. So instead of having very tiny, like this small shield, your shield literally gets that big. So it is way better, way more efficient, especially when you're pushing or you want to defend yourself. This is why. And on the third place, you also combine your Bulwark with Hunter's Fortification. Each time when you block attack, even if it's with your Shield of Courage, every single second you lose one condition. This is the reason why you're going for a Bulwark over the Zealot's Aggression or the Shards of Fate, or in short, Hunter's Determination. So along with that, as you don't have condition, 10% damage reduction, so you absolutely are taking 20% damage reduction from the food plus this trait, and when your Signet Firebrand pops up the Signet, 30% damage reduction. Absolutely insane damage reduction. About the honor, I pretty much explained early how this one it plays. Improved reviving speed with some buffs, improved healing abilities with your staff, and more aggressive damage in this way because of that trait, along with concentration, and bonus cleansing as you use your healing ability, your stand your ground, hold the line, in quotes, your shots. Then you pretty much bonus endurance when you critically hit. This is just passive from your F2, and each dodge bonus healing power, very well noticed. About the radiance, pretty much explaining earlier again how does it work. As you cast, each time you cast your spear, you get a incoming condition damage reduction buff, which is from the light aura. Your spear gonna recharge every single time as you kill somebody. Also, this skill is very efficient against thieves and engineers, or when your enemy is trying to stealth. When they stealth, gonna be quite hard to use this skill, but it's still not impossible if you know how to do that. And along with it, Radiant Power, bonus critical chance as you pretty much burn somebody. So you're pretty much not gonna rely on the Radiant Power by yourself. The people that are gonna be doing the burning are mainly your Scourges, your Firebrands, and pretty much they're gonna be the core burning aspect. But you're still gonna be benefiting from this. About your retaliation rotation. Well, things here come a little complicated than the hybrid Firebrand because the skills in here are slightly different. The Firebrand has very small cooldown, skill and very fast retaliation regeneration. But in here, you pretty much mainly gonna rely on your party for the retaliation in the beginning, because in the beginning you cannot start with receive the light. You usually start with your leap, then you go for the symbol, and then if necessary you go for the receive the light if your stand your ground is not on a cooldown. So about the traits, pretty much retribution again for the damage, righteousness ignition for bonus ferocity critical chance. And have in mind with the following thing. At the moment I'm 35% critical chance, but this is because of the Borderlands buff. But usually you're not gonna reach more than maximum of 101% critical chance. So this build gonna be absolutely insane on damage, especially when you're running on the greatsword. When you're running on the staff, your critical chance is gonna be 10% less, but because of your radiant power, you're absolutely gonna be running entirely 100% critical chance build. So pretty much this is how the build works. Just maintain your retaliation, have in mind to be close to your party to get enough quickness, so you're gonna be executing skills even faster. So in short said, Radiance maintains your retaliation. As your retaliation is up, you maintain your damage with it. Honor pretty much to sustain reviving and sustain yourself and cleanse yourself slightly. And Dragon Hunter goes absolutely for defense type. So Firebrand, you go for the Wings of Resolve, very well movement speed, some bonus cleansing, some bonus damage, and 4000.5k healing as you execute them. And you go for the Shield of Courage only when necessary. You do not spam this Q generally. If you start running on many conditions and your Firebrand's on a cooldown, you immediately go on a Shield of Courage so they can manage proper cleanse, and you combine it with the Hold the Line and Stand Your Ground. As the shield runs on cooldown, you should be very patient in using Renewal Focus. As you use Renewal Focus, it's gonna recharge all of your virtues, or Wings of the Soul, Shield of Courage, or Spear of Justice. These literally are just virtue skills, just with a different names. So have this in mind. This is your essential skill for maintaining your virtues up. Hold the Line, Shout, Cleansing, Test of Fate, pretty much gonna be offensive type with a cripple. So pretty much is this how the build works. As I said, you may think gonna be better if you're going for zero aggression, but I do not suggest it. Better stay for bulwark, better to have more defense and more skills blocked instead of going for 10% damage, which can be pretty much covered by another class. So keep it up, and gonna see you on the next one.